good way to scare yourself, especially at night, alone, is to make the unfounded assumption that you're being watched. With darkness all around you, you very well could be. Now this just sounds like some kind of mean-spirited way to make someone uncomfortable by mentioning the feeling to them. This sort of thing never got to me in real life, but elsewhere is a completely different story altogether. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the Hell Valley Sky Trees in Mario Galaxy 2, those ominous figures who continually appear to be spying on you for the duration of one of the levels in the game. I admittedly never played the game. Fuck, I haven't played a console game in a very long time. You know, PC Master Race. A game that I have been investing a lot of time into is Dota 2. You know, that MOBA quickly becoming one of the biggest esports in the world. Anyway, I enjoy it even if it can be stressful sometimes. It goes through changes several times throughout the year, usually to do with popular trends or the meta in competitive play from a balancing perspective, and there's a bunch of tweaks along with reworks to not just the playable characters known as heroes, but also the map and other mechanics. On top of this, there's a bunch of minor changes that aren't documented. You have to be some kind of super nerdy hardcore fan type to go looking for those kind of things though. Might just be some slight changes to textures or sound files or very insignificant bug fixes, generally shit most people wouldn't care about. Anyway, when I'm bored during the day and none of my friends are online, I might try some stupid shit or just practice a hero in a bot game. It's a good way to pass the time if I'm feeling too lazy to do anything else. The perspective is usually top down, which is similar to what you'd see in an RTS, but some time ago they added a cinematic view, which lets you get right close up. It's not really practical to play a game like this at all because you can't see the important things, but lets you admire the finer details a lot better, especially if you've gone to the trouble like I have in getting cosmetics for your favorite heroes. Hey, I gotta look good. One night I had just jumped into an empty lobby with one of my favorite heroes, Clinks. I can't remember why, I was probably just testing out an item build or something. Anyway, I jumped into the cinematic view to see how cool I looked pimped out with cosmetics, and I noticed something near the top lane on the dire side. 4 sets of glowing eyes. This sort of thing didn't really spook me out other than just the ominous feeling of being alone in the server at night. Don't worry, someone isn't about to sneak up on me and slit my throat. It was interesting to me because I remembered that there were 4 heroes still waiting to be ported into Dota 2 from the original Dota. Oracle, Winter Wyvern, Pit Lord, and Arc Warden. These eyes were placed there after with the Rekindling Soul update, which made massive changes to the layout of the map. Most importantly, the location of the Roshan pit. Come the next major patch for the Nemesis Assassin event, which released Oracle, I noticed all of the eyes where they once were had been removed. I scoured the map in cinematic view and came across them outside of the Roshan pit, but this time there were only 3. I'm sure a lot of you want to make the joke, oh my god, 3 eyes in a Valve game, Half-Life 3 confirmed! But this just strengthened my theory about the eyes being based on how many heroes were left to be released, as if they were watching each game eagerly waiting for their opportunity to play. I figured this was just a nice little touch by Valve that most people wouldn't notice. One place I never took a look into was the Roshan pit itself. I made short work of him, then began searching. What I came across genuinely startled me a little bit. There were a set of eyes, just one pair, with a redder tinge than the others I've seen. You usually wouldn't see them because Roshan is blocking the view. I figured this crushed my theory, but my curiosity still spiked enough for me to find out more about these sets of glowing eyes. Fortunately for me, I know somebody who has the technical know-how to search deeper into the game files for Dota 2. While the multiple sets of eyes were a recent addition as the new heroes were released since Oracle, the single set in the Roshan pit had been there for much longer, since December 10 of 2013. This was long before the map had its overhaul. The Dota 2 wiki conveniently had all the patch notes thus far, and the only note for December 10th in 2013 was, removed Skeleton King. By now we know this was done to set up the Wraith Night event around Christmas time for Skeleton King to be replaced by Wraith King, the same hero mechanically, just with a massive appearance change. I hadn't played Skeleton King for a very long time, but one thing I do remember is that in his portrait while you're playing him is that he has red glowing eyes. When the next major patch rolled around, the Shifting Snows update, it didn't change the layout of the map, but did, however, change it to a winter-themed environment. Despite looking everywhere in the map, even more intently after finding out how to use the free camera function in the console, I wasn't able to find the glowing eyes anywhere. I resorted back to my technology-efficient friend, and he told me that the textures had been removed, other than the one from the Roshan pit, which is weird because I checked everywhere in there and didn't find anything. As any Dota player would know, Roshan drops the Eyes of Immortality upon death, which grants a second life to whichever hero picks it up first. The only hero capable of having a second life without the Aegis was Skeleton King, now Wraith King, with his ultimate reincarnation. when I looked Skeleton King up on the wiki, the one thing that stuck out to me in his short but potent written lore is he lives only to extend his reach. For as long as he is perpetually building and adding to his domain, he cannot die. Roshan's small blank eyes now seem a tinge more red.